Good evening. This is Facebook Love number 244. I hope you're doing well. It's been chilly again the last few days, typical spring. I just looked for poems that caught my eye today. Nothing in particular. I did read an article earlier today that caught my attention as well, that was sort of talking about this particular way that many of us have been feeling, and I thought it hit the nail right on the head. It was describing a sort of loss of enthusiasm and motivation that can overtake us in this extended period now of 13 months with this pandemic here. And the writer described it as languishing. I thought that was excellent. So I have two pieces. This first one is called Asparagus by Jody Gladding. The day my father calls to say he'll buy 6 cemetery lots, I'm putting in asparagus. So many? I ask. Those empty rooms he calls from, the empty napkin rings. We don't want her lonely, he says. But I'll be fire, I'll be ash. You never know, he says. Here I am. A 6-foot trench. I'm in it, knee-deep, digging. White asparagus. Sweet, stringy mushroom you tend at night. By moonlight, you reach under the earth to slice it clean. The nights before the war, my mother danced with barons who smoked short cigarettes. The shoes she wore shone silver like the moon, and gypsies read her palm. Here, it's all grown green. Asparagus, read road stand signs. Lily of the Valley overran her patch, leaving only one green finger to rise each spring. My mother's wedding band was gold as butter. Before each meal, she bowed for grace, hands poking up toward God. Look, she says, asparagus. The day stretches long, most of it spent on trains. We rock against our bags, traveling north in the country my mother still calls hers. Does she notice that it's fall? There isn't much to see. Mounded earth, inedible moot points. Her finger taps the window long after the view has changed. Asparagus by Jody Gladdings. There was something about that that reminded me of those sort of disjointed conversations that you have with your family because there's all this subtext. This other one I found in this book is by a poet who I have recently discovered I enjoy quite a bit, and I've read some of her other pieces recently. This is by Grace Schulman, and this one is called The Present Perfect. I saw the cells on TV as they swam up to the egg, tails lashing, and I heard the wind-toned sound they make. The steady hum of thousands blind, thread-like, worn, but soaring through waterfalls in their drive to live, move, and set the egg revolving like a star. For us, there was no miracle of birth, no genes, no geniuses, and yet, okay, we had other things, our work, our history, scrawled on Margot labels and libretti, and after all, no cribs, no sticky plums, no pulling paper napkins one by one, from a metal box to mop up dumped ice cream. But then again, no immortality. In my religion, children to speak my name after I am. No heir to your kindness, your skill with a kite, your father's whimsy, or to my mother's mother's diamond pin. And yet, we had each other's silences, freedom to wander with no fixed plan, now fixed in photos of sylphs that resemble us. Peering down cliffs in Brittany, at ragged boards floated up from dinghies lost at sea, searching for fish carved into chapels' altars, spending our suns like out-of-date coins until we reach the present perfect tense, that have-been state, where past and future merge. We've been married 34 years. I see the kids we were frisk on this lawn in the late afternoon's unnameable light, too late for them and for their unborn kids, but not too late for us, here among cedars, to praise the fires in rose petals on slate, white rhododendrons, a fountain's rainbow. I see the dot of you, meadows away, that grows in sight as you pedal home, your reddish hair and beard, now tarnished silver, that once we wanted for a chromosome, your silhouette in a Manet-like straw hat as you bless your new Astilbe, live and be well, casting aside your customary questions for an irrational faith the plant will grow. I hear your voice that calls me to see wildflowers poking through gravel cracks in our neighbor's driveway. Slender but fortunate, built to last their day. From a collection called Boulevard, The Present Perfect by Grace Schulman. I love that one just for all the very evocative images that just kind of roll through. And the thing with her poems is you read them over and over, and each time it means a little more. It latches on to more and more things that have deeper meaning. This is Facebook Love. I'll see you again, hopefully not languishing.